A very good morning. You're watching Rajya Sabha television and I'm Smriti Rastogi with breakfast news. Let's begin the bulletin with the top headlines of this morning. Prime Minister launches intensified mission Indradhanush from Vadnagar in Gujarat. Program aims for 90% coverage for full immunization by the end of 2018. Home Minister says Pakistan's plan to weaken India by exporting terror defeated. Intensified anti-terror operations have neutralized infiltrators on daily basis. Anti-independence voices take to streets in Catalonia. Largest unity rally held on Sunday. PM wants anything within law to halt Catalan secession. US and Turkey halt all non-immigrant visa services. Move after US consulate employee arrested for links to Fethullah Gulen, blamed for last year's failed coup. And India to face Colombia in ongoing FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Delhi. India's second match in series after defeat to the USA. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched an intensive immunization drive from his hometown Vadnagar in Gujarat on Sunday. The program aims to achieve full immunization by December 2018. He also laid the foundation stone for a barrage project on Nirmala River in Bharuch district. Here is a detailed report.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi's first visit to his hometown Vadnagar in Mehsana district since 2014. The Prime Minister held a roadshow in Vadnagar before inaugurating a newly built medical college in the town. He used the opportunity to take a dig at the health policy of the previous Congress-led UPA government, alleging that it had failed to bring a health policy during its 10-year rule.
उसके बाद 10 साल में ऐसी सरकार आई जिसको विकास के प्रति नफरत थी और उसी का परिणाम हुआ कि हेल्थ पॉलिसी 15 साल के बाद हमारी सरकार आने के बाद अब हेल्थ पॉलिसी नई लाई गई है ताकि नए सिरे से हम इस बात को कैसे स्वास्थ्य की गारंटी सफाई पर आधारित होती है अगर स्वच्छता है गंदगी नहीं है तो बीमारी आने की हिम्मत नहीं है.
The Prime Minister launched an intensive immunization drive, the Intensified Mission Indradhanush or IMI from Vadnagar. The program will focus on improving immunization coverage in the districts and cities to ensure 90% coverage for full immunization by December 2018 instead of 2020. The Prime Minister later also visited Bharuch, where he laid the foundation stone for a 4,337 crore rupees Bhadbud Barrage project. The project aims to stop the ingress of salinity along the Narmada River. Addressing a public meeting, the Prime Minister said the barrage project will solve the issue of drinking water to Bharuch and also open up new channels for fisheries.
नदी और समंदर का मिलन मछली पालन के लिए महत्वपूर्ण होता है. वो एक वैज्ञानिक रास्ता होता है. मुझे खुशी है कि गुजरात सरकार में इस बैराज को बनाने की जिन्होंने योजना बनाई है, उन्होंने जो वैज्ञानिक तरीके से बनाई है, ये हिंदुस्तान में इकलौता ऐसा प्रोजेक्ट है जिसमें एक तरफ समुद्र के खारे पानी को रोकना, मीठा पानी बढ़ाते जाना, जमीन का सुधार करना, पीने के पानी में सुधार करना, समुद्र को बाहर रखना और दूसरी तरफ 2 अलग चैनल बनाना जिससे नदी और समुद्र के पानी के मिलन से जहां मछली पैदा होती है उसको वैज्ञानिक तरीके से जारी रखना एक अद्भुत वैज्ञानिक प्रयोग के रूप में आज भरूच जिले को इस बात का गर्व होगा.
The Prime Minister also flagged off a new train between Udna in Surat and Jainagar in Bihar.
रेल विभाग ने एक अंत्योदय एक्सप्रेस की परिकल्पना की। पश्चिम रेलवे में अब तक ये दूसरी अंत्योदय एक्सप्रेस का आज हमने विधिवत प्रारंभ किया। ये अंत्योदय एक्सप्रेस पूरी ट्रेन अनरिजर्व होगी, उसमें कोई आरक्षण नहीं होगा। कोई भी व्यक्ति आखिरी मोमेंट के बाद आकर के वतन की यात्रा के लिए चल पड़ सकता है।
The Prime Minister later returned to New Delhi from Vadodara. This is his third visit in less than a month to the pole-bound state. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Meanwhile, a team headed by Chief Election Commissioner A.K. Jyoti will be in Gujarat for a two-day visit starting today to take stock of the preparedness for the upcoming state assembly elections. The delegation comprises election commissioners O.P. Rawat and Sunil Arora along with 12 other senior officials. On the first day, the team is expected to meet leaders and representatives of political parties in Ahmedabad to hear their concerns and suggestions. The panel will also conduct a meeting with all the district election officers and senior police officers in Gandhinagar to review different aspects of election management, such as electoral rolls, election management plan, polling stations, voter education and the use of social media. Before the review meeting, the Commission will flag off a mobile EVM VVPAT demonstration centre, which will move around Gandhinagar to create awareness about the use of VVPATs. Over 76,232 VVPAT machines, which generate a paper trail of the votes cast, have been allocated to the use for the first time to conduct elections in over 50,100 polling booths across the constituencies in Gujarat. And the Election Commission has said that all political parties need to be brought on board before conducting the Lok Sabha and Assembly polls simultaneously. The poll body stated that conducting the polls together would be possible only when necessary changes in the Constitution and Representation of the People Act will be carried out. The Commission added that elections can be conducted 6 months after constitutional and legal changes are made. The Commission also added that around 24 lakh each electronic voting machines and VVPAT machines will be required to carry out the polls. The assembly elections for Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Odisha are due in mid-2019, along with next general polls. The poll panel's assertion assumes significance as it has already said that it will be logistically equipped to conduct simultaneous polls by September 2018. And Home Minister Rajnath Singh has said that Pakistan's nefarious design to weaken India by exporting terror has been defeated by intensified anti-terror operations that are neutralizing infiltrators on almost daily basis. Singh said that Indian soldiers along the Indo-Pakistan border had been gunning down at least 5 to 6 terrorists every day. Speaking at the inauguration of the 9th Convention of Vishwakarma Community in Bengaluru on Sunday, he pointed out that the Indian Army is retaliating strongly for every bullet fired by Pakistan across the border. Singh said that he had ordered the soldiers not to fire at their Pakistani counterpart first, but give a fitting reply by firing countless bullets if Pakistan opened fire. He noted that the world sees India as a strong country today and Doklam standoff was resolved due to this image.
बराबर सीज फायर का वायलेशन करता रहता है। पाकिस्तान की तरफ से भारत और पाकिस्तान की सीमा पर गोलियां चलाई जाती हैं। लेकिन बहनों भाइयों, मैंने भी अपने बॉर्डर सिक्योरिटी फोर्स के अधिकारियों को कह दिया है, दो टूक शब्दों में कह दिया है कि पहली गोली तो भारत की तरफ से नहीं चलनी चाहिए, लेकिन एक भी गोली यदि पाकिस्तान की तरफ से चल जाती है तो फिर भारत की गोलियों को गिना नहीं जाना चाहिए। बहनों भाइयों, हमारा भारत अब यह दुनिया का ताकतवर देश बन गया है। आपने देखा अभी चीन के साथ डोकलाम के मुद्दे पर लेकर जो कुछ विवाद था, लोग सारी दुनिया के लोग यह समझते थे कि चीन और भारत के बीच संघर्ष होगा, लेकिन दोनों देशों ने सूझबूझ के साथ काम लिया और डोकलाम के विवाद को सुलझाने में हमने पूरी तरह से कामयाबी हासिल कर ली। यदि भारत कमजोर भारत रहता तो मैं समझता हूं डोकलाम का यह विवाद, डोकलाम का डेडलॉक यह कभी भी न सुलझ पाता।
Meanwhile, Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on Sunday reviewed the operational readiness of the strategically important Eastern Air Base of Tezpur in Assam. The visit has been part of Sitharaman's familiarization with all the formations of the Indian Army and the Indian Air Force. The Defence Minister reiterated the government's resolve to give further impetus to development in the border areas, lauding the security forces for their steadfast commitment and high morale in facing the diverse challenges thrown up by the dynamic security environment. The Defence Minister exhorted the troops to continue with the same zeal and sense of pride and honour, showing due respect to human rights. Air Chief Marshal B.S. Dhanoa has said that the Indian Air Force is prepared to fight a war at a short notice. Addressing an event at Hindon Air Base, the Air Chief said that the force is fully geared up to respond to any security challenge to the country in the most befitting manner. Speaking on the occasion of 85th anniversary of the IAF, he said that uncertainties in the present geopolitical environment in the region may require the IAF to fight a short and swift war. The comments came amid China's muscle flexing in the Doklam Plateau and continued cross-border terror activities by Pakistan in Jammu and Kashmir. The comments were made in the presence of Army Chief General Bipin Rawat and top officers of the Indian Air Force.
On behalf of all the air warriors, I once again take this opportunity to assure the nation of our sacred resolve in defending the sovereignty of our skies and safeguarding our national interests.
And with that, time for a very short break. More news and updates on the other side. Stay with us.
St. Thomas Basilica, one of the world's 3 churches that is built over the Tomb of Apostles. St. Thomas was one of the 12 apostles of Jesus Christ who brought Christianity to India. With an underground tomb where the remains of St. Thomas are laid, this magnificent basilica is of Gothic architecture. The stained glass of the church depicts some divine moments of St. Thomas's life. In 2006, this church was conferred with the status of National Shrine.
Private investments are lowest, GDP has been falling, there are not many jobs.
Within 6 months, situation will change, GDP will increase, and people will get the relief.
The top minds within the BJP, they have also started speaking about economy. In the way Yashwant Sinha ji and Arun have written.
In party, anyone who have problem, before going to the press, we are expecting that he should come to our party president.
Can Mr. Nitin Gadkari rejuvenate the dying Ganga river before the general elections?
I am confident that before end of March, we will start all this program. And we will try our level best to give the good results.
Watch To The Point with Union Minister Nitin Jairam Gadkari only on Rajya Sabha television.
Welcome back. President Ramnath Kovind has said that soldiers and spiritual leaders are the twin pillars on which the country rested its hope. The President said this while launching a 100 crore rupees initiative of Mata Amritanandamayi Mutt to provide clean water to rural India in Kerala. The President said his first visit outside New Delhi after assuming office was to meet the soldiers posted in the border town of Leh in the Ladakh region of Jammu and Kashmir. The President also lauded the centuries-old legacy of Kerala in accommodating different religions. He praised Kerala as a state that has done so much to defend India's ethos and culture. He added that Kerala was one of the leading spiritual homes in our country and composite society. And Union Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas, Dharmendra Pradhan, on Sunday told Secretary General of OPEC, Sanusi Mohammad Barkindo, that India expects reasonable crude oil price from OPEC member countries. Barkindo is in India to attend the first CERAWeek and India Energy Forum. The two dignitaries discussed the current scenario of oil and gas industry of the world and exchanged notes on the recent developments. During the meeting, Pradhan reiterated that OPEC should work towards responsible pricing, which is important for India for socio-economic and developmental reasons. Pradhan highlighted that in today's oversupplied market, it was important for producers to understand the perspective of consuming countries and the change that have taken place in these demand centers. India's engagement with OPEC is important as India sources about 86% of the crude oil, 75% of natural gas, 95% of LPG from OPEC member countries. Pradhan and Barkindo had last met in Vienna in May 2017 for the second India-OPEC institutional dialogue.
We expect reasonable price. We know for the continuous production, there must be price stability. Price stability must be also in interest of consumer. That's the consistent stand India is taking.
In the interest of not only producers but consumers of energy like India, we look forward to another historic moment when we meet on November the 30th in Vienna.
On to some more national news. After flagging off the Jan Raksha Yatra in Kerala's Kannur district earlier this week, BJP President Amit Shah on Sunday led a march in New Delhi, rallies against killing of RSS workers in Kerala. BJP Chief Manoj Tiwari, Union Minister Alphonse Kannanthanam and party's Lok Sabha MPs from the national capital were also in attendance. BJP President Amit Shah alleged that politics of violence is in the nature of communists. He also added that the left workers were killing and terrorizing BJP and RSS workers in Kerala, which is ruled by CPIM-led government. He also said that Communist Party should be ashamed of killings. He asserted that no amount of intimidation can stop the lotus from blooming in the left-ruled state.
केरल में जब से कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी की सरकार आई है, संघ और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के 12 से ज्यादा कार्यकर्ताओं की निर्मम हत्या कर। मैं आज पार्टी के अध्यक्ष के नाते ये सारे लाल भाई जो फैले हुए हैं, उनको कहना चाहता हूं कि हत्या का कीचड़ जितना आप बढ़ाओगे, कमल उतना ही अच्छे से खिलकर बाहर।
And as the poll-bound Gujarat inches closer to election day, Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi is set to embark on another tour of the state from today as part of its political campaign that began over a month ago. Rahul Gandhi will take part in the Yuva Rozgar Kedut Adhikar Navsarjan Yatra. The Congress leader will cover several districts in the central region, including Ahmedabad, Kheda, Anand, Vadodara, Chota Udaipur, Dahod and Panchmahal. In Vadodara, the Congress Vice President will hold a three-corner meeting apart from interacting with local leaders, traders, entrepreneurs and professionals. Finance Minister Arun Jaitelys will be on a week-long official visit to USA from today. During the visit, Jaitelys is expected to participate in several meetings, including the annual meetings of the World Bank and International Monetary Fund. The Finance Minister will also attend the G20 Finance Ministers and Central Bank Governors working dinner. On Saturday, addressing the Barclay India Conference, the Finance Minister reiterated the government's initiatives like Swachh Bharat, GST and demonetization and said that it will have a desired impact on the economy. He added that GST and demonetization resulted in increasing tax compliance and squeezing quantum of cash in the economy. Jaitelys further added that due to the demonetization, there has been sharp reduction in insurgent and terror activities in the states like Jammu and Kashmir and Chhattisgarh. Now the weather news. Heavy rains affected flight operations at the Mumbai airport on Sunday, second time in less than a month, causing delays. According to a PTI report, rains that led to a pothole on one of the taxiways, forcing the airport authorities to shut the main runway and resulting in delays in aircraft movement. This was the second time in less than a month that Mumbai International Airport Limited had to shut the main runway for operations. The runway remained out of use for over 3 hours this morning, following which the operations were shifted to the capacity-constrained secondary runway. Meanwhile, in Odisha, the Met Department has warned of heavy rains today. This is under the influence of the low pressure over North Bay of Bengal. An upper air cyclonic circulation over North Bay of Bengal and neighbourhood has formed into a low pressure area over the bay and adjoining South Bangladesh. Under its impact, heavy rains may occur at one or two places in some districts of North Odisha, including Balasore, Bhadrak, Jaipur, Kenojhar and Mayurbhanj, besides other parts of the state to witness rainfall till Tuesday. And on to some international news. Sunday was the day silent Catalonia found its voice after separatist forces dominating public debate. The Catalans who oppose independence from Spain took to the streets of Barcelona. It was the largest such unity rally in Catalonia after the furor over the last week's independence referendum. Spanish Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy has warned he would not rule out anything within the law to halt Catalan secession.
Barcelona hit by protests, calling for Catalonia's independence ever since the referendum earlier this month that has provoked Spain's biggest political crisis in 40 years. But so far, one group that was conspicuous by its absence in the protests was the Catalans who want to remain part of Spain. And they came out on Sunday protesting, demanding that their regional Catalan leaders hold fire on declaring independence from Spain. The protesters waved Spanish and Catalan flags and carried banners saying, "Together we are stronger and Catalonia is Spain." The demonstration was addressed by the Nobel Prize-winning novelist Mario Vargas Llosa, and the turnout was more than 350,000.
Además de recuerdos de un pasado a veces glorioso y a veces trágico, España es también una tierra de libertad, una tierra de legalidad. Eso el independentismo no lo va a destruir.
The demonstration comes even as Catalan President Carles Puigdemont has said that he will declare independence in a matter of days. The political uncertainty has already led some businesses, including Spain's third largest bank, to move their bases from Catalonia.
Este no es un enfrentamiento entre Cataluña y España, entre Cataluña y el resto de los españoles. Fundamentalmente es un problema de catalanes y que tenemos que solucionar aquí.
On Tuesday, Catalan leader Carles Puigdemont will address the regional parliament, and it is expected that he might unilaterally declare independence. However, such an action is likely to close the door on negotiations. It will also allow the Spanish president to apply Article 155 of the Constitution, under which Madrid assumes control of the regional government and puts its leaders outside the law.
Vivido algo muy complicado, la prequiebra de España, las amenazas de rescate, una crisis económica brutal y al final el esfuerzo de los españoles, su talento y su sentido pues sirvió para que superásemos esta situación.
Spain's Constitutional Court had also suspended Monday's session of regional Catalan Parliament, where the declaration for unilateral independence from Spain was billed to take place. According to Catalan government, 90% of participants voted for independence in the referendum. However, the turnout was only 42%. Nearly 900 people were injured as the police, trying to enforce a Spanish court ban on the vote, attempted to disperse the voters. 33 police officers were also hurt. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
The United States and Turkey have halted all non-immigrant visa services, escalating diplomatic tensions between the two NATO allies. The latest move comes after one of the US consulate employee in Istanbul was arrested on the charges of links to a cleric, Fethullah Gulen, blamed for last year's failed coup. The US has termed the allegations baseless. In a statement, the American embassy in Ankara said that the recent events forced the US government to reassess Turkey's commitment to the security of US mission services and personnel in the country. While responding to Washington's move, Turkey also suspended all visa services for Americans in the US, saying the measures also apply to visas issued online and at the border. US-Turkish tensions have risen over US military support to Kurdish YPG fighters in Syria, considered by Ankara to be an extension of the banned PKK, which has waged an insurgency for 3 decades in southeast Turkey. And for more international news, here is World Wrap. At least 12 people are dead and scores missing after a boat packed with Rohingya refugees fleeing the violence in Myanmar's Rakhine state capsized late on Sunday night. The boat was overloaded with about 100 people when it sank in the mouth of the Naf River that separates Myanmar from Bangladesh. While 11 Rohingyas were rescued, the search is on for those missing. Reports say that boat sank due to high waves and bad weather. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has promoted his sister to a senior ruling party post. Kim Yo-jong becomes an alternate member of the party's powerful Politburo, the decision-making body presided over by her brother. The promotion was announced along with those for dozens of other top officials at a party meeting led by the leader. It came as the regime faces growing global pressure to curb its weapon drive following recent nuclear and missile tests. Hurricane 8 has made its second landfall near Biloxi, Mississippi as a Category 1 hurricane on Sunday with maximum sustained winds at 137 km per hour. Hurricane 8 made its first landfall on Sunday evening, slamming the Mississippi coast overnight, bringing destructive winds and torrential rains. Several areas along the waterfront flooded overnight. It is the fourth major storm to strike the U.S. states in less than 2 months. The shooting at a royal palace in Saudi Arabia has left 2 security guards dead and 3 others injured. A 28-year-old man was killed after he drove up to the Al Salam Palace gates in Jeddah and shot at security. The U.S. Embassy had earlier warned citizens after unconfirmed reports on Saturday of an attack in the area. And on to the sports. India will face Colombia in the ongoing FIFA Under-17 World Cup at Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in New Delhi. This is going to be India's second match in the series. In the first match played against United States, the hosts lost by 3-0. Colombia also went down against Ghana by a solitary goal in the Group A opener of the tournament. The India-Colombia match will start at 8 p.m. In the other matches of the tournament, Ghana will play against USA today. The match will take place in New Delhi, while the other matches, Turkey versus Mali and Paraguay versus New Zealand, will be held in Mumbai. And that's all we have for you in this edition of Breakfast News. Keep watching Rajya Sabha television.